We've seen the pictures, college students on campus attending crowded parties, a lack of social distancing. Well, at 3 universities, there has been a rise, in fact, of COVID-19 cases, leading to the cancellation of in-classroom learning at Notre Dame, Michigan State University, and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. So joining me now to share his experience as New Jersey resident and UNC Chapel Hill student, Dylan Melisaratos. I told you, I was working on it. I was trying to get it right, Dylan. I know you're going to give me a little bit of a pass on that, but I find it fascinating because, okay, your parents are doctors. They allowed you to go back to school. Were there some hesitation? Were they giving you some precautions to take?
Definitely. So they're both doctors. My aunt's also the head of the ER here at UNC Hospital. So they were all sort of cautious. Definitely my mom more than my dad. My dad was definitely interested to see how it could go. He thought maybe there was a chance it could work out. But yeah,
that sounds so funny. He was interested to see how it would go. You're the human experiment here. Hey,
yeah.
So Dylan, so when you got back to campus, were you required to take a test? I mean, what kind of precautions were in place? Nothing, huh?
No, I flew back Sunday, August 9th, and I got into my apartment. I'm in an off-campus apartment currently, and got to my apartment, no testing, no anything, and then I just showed up to class the next morning.
What was class like? Were there a lot of people there? Were lots of students, or was it empty?
So it's funny. When we got here, it was pretty much, there was already like remote classes in place. So I had 4 out of my 5 classes, and I'm the business school at UNC, so pretty much most of those are remote, except one. So that being shown, that was my first class that I showed up to. It was socially distanced. It was like 6 seats apart from everyone. Super weird experience. I didn't really know what to expect. I saw my friend who I gave a hug to after the end of class, and the teacher was like, no, don't touch.
Yeah,
no,
that's
like,
not
no,
happening.
Nothing, whatever. Yeah, he's like, you have to stay apart from each other. Just like a super strange experience.
It was strange.
Overall.
I mean, we were just looking at a photo from the class, and you're right, everyone's spaced apart.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like, class is in full session because apparently a lot of students and parents have just chosen not to allow their kids to go back. But going back, things shut down fairly quickly. Were you expecting that?
Yes and no. I wasn't expecting it to be literally a week in. I thought it might be like 2 weeks or 3. But I don't know. It was just kind of everything started to fall apart very quickly. There was, I think, 2 or 3 days in, like confirmation of clusters of COVID-19 in 2 dorms, and then it just got more and more. So as that all started to happen, I think definitely that was kind of a sign that it would close down, but it was also the sense that that a lot of my friends who obviously the school wasn't just reporting, they were reporting just clusters, but they didn't know like every single case. So a lot of my friends started saying, okay, I don't feel well, let me go get tested.
So you think it was more prevalent than was reported. Now, is that because of these parties? Is it because they're not taking precautions in dorms or in classrooms? Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I just think that right now, I've seen media and all that try to blame it on parties, especially on like Twitter. I think part of it's due to parties. I think part of it's just due to you can't have a fully functioning college right now. Dorms are places where when I was a freshman, any little virus spread if there was anything going around. So for the coronavirus now, I think it is just a dorm is a place where it's just going to spread so quickly as it did. And especially our dorms were like full occupancy, so there was no real kind of limiting. I lived freshman year in a suite with 8 guys, and we all shared one bathroom, and that was still going on this year. So
that's a problem waiting to happen. Hey, Dylan, so you're off campus now, but you're waiting to go home because you don't want to go home and infect your family. So we wish you the best of luck. I know this has been a trying experience, but hey, you gave it, your all, and unfortunately, it's something that you can look back and tell your grandkids one day. Remember the age of coronavirus when I tried to go to college? All right, Dylan, thank you. Best of luck to you. Take care.
Thank you. Yeah, you too.